Hey y'all, it is September the 11th, 2015, and I want to tell y'all a little story today. Alright, I was taking a run earlier today at about 10:30, somewhere around 10:30 in the morning. And I happened to be running around the neighborhood. I happened to go across an elementary school. And this elementary school, it's the one off of 1604 and uh, Bowen's Crossing. I happened to see at this elementary school, I happened to notice that recess was out. All the little kids were playing. And I also happened to notice as I was running past this elementary school, two separate people. There was a man and there was a lady. And I noticed there was other people around too, but I noticed this man and this lady. And there's something interesting about these two people because they were separate. They, they, they were not together. Um, but they were both doing pretty much the same thing. What I had seen was them across the parking lot. So you have the playground, then there's a parking lot, and then past that you have the sidewalk. You have these people, and they're about 20 yards away, 25 yards away, across the parking lot, peering in at the recess. Now, I do not believe these people were perverts. They didn't look like perverts. In fact, what they looked like more than likely was parents of probably some of these kids here in that playground, right? And it became obvious to me, I don't know their exact story, but upon studying them as I ran by, it became obvious to me that these people, first of all, school's not about to let out. Secondly, these people did not look like they were about to walk into the office to say, hey, I got to take my child for early release today. No, what they were doing was they were standing across the parking lot, peering over cars and things to see their child. Now, like I said, I don't know these people's exact stories, but I can assume I know exactly what they were doing. They were simply just trying to see their child from a distance without probably being harassed and asked questions. This is what seemed like their motive was. Now, I don't know the situation, like I said, surrounding these two individuals peering in like that or having to do so. I don't know the details, but I do have to say that it was a very sad sight to see as I ran past today. And also, as I was coming uh, to my destination on my run, happened to pass another elementary school, all right, further down Bowen's Crossing. And I'm not going to name names, but here, this particular elementary school had on its marquee, and it's had since day one of school when it just started, on its marquee announcing its fundraiser, leading me to believe that this particular school cannot wait one day without having a fundraiser. And there still might be some people think, well, what's wrong with fundraisers? First of all, our taxpayer money, first of all, our property taxes are way too high to not have the schools have whatever they want, need. That should be already out of the way, but somehow it is not. So they do a fundraiser and say, you know what, it's for the children. You got to help out. It's for the children. I'll explain to you in a nutshell what happens. The children themselves never ever see money. What they do is collect money and throw it to the collective. It's a very socialist program to do. But somehow it's allowed because, well, the children will get field trips, certain stuff from off of it, and also they get little trinkets, little tiny trinkets, or maybe little incentives to participate in this fundraiser in which they will never see money themselves. All right. The thing is, what I want to have had done, which is not going to be done, is total transparency. Like how much money are the children getting in it, and where's the rest of the money going, and whether or not the community approves on this. That would be nice. But the thing is, also the thing about it is the children are taught, and it seems harmless enough uh, to ante up into this collective. And while they never see money, and here's the thing about it, I can tell you right now, as of today, September the 11th, 2015, children, I'm talking about 18, 19, 20 years old, uh, if they did not learn how to make money from their parents, some sort of elders around them, they will have no clue on how to make money at all. Public school is not going to teach you how to make money at all. They're going to continue with these fundraisers until you can't even stand it, but they will not teach you how to make money. And also, even if you did know how to make money and they taught you this, they're not going to teach you how to spend it and save it correctly for success. They're not going to do this at all. The thing is, you know what I'm saying? If you're a parent these days, you're going to have to do it. And that's pretty much obvious. A lot of parents are doing it nowadays. All right. But that just goes to show you what exactly is being learned in these schools while there's fundraisers nonstop, uh, while our rights are kind of being stripped away and they're being trained for some sort of socialist prison system. I'm not sure exactly. Now, I want to end this video up like this. If you are in public school, you're a public school educator, or you have children in a public school, I'm not demonizing you at all. At all. Like the thing is, you're my friend. I love you. All right, God loves you. Remember this. I'm not demonizing you because I know you might think, well, maybe he's demonizing. No, I'm not. I believe in you. And the thing is, we're gonna have to work together in order to change this system for the better, in order to start molding our children for success. Right? And I couldn't do it. None of us could do it without insiders in the game, without people who actually work in on the inside. So y'all are not only necessary, but y'all are pretty much a very big integral part of the movement to get away from whatever it is that we have created here in our public schools in America in general. All right, that's just something to think about. There's a lot of things to think about. It's September the 11th, 2015.